What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about The Witcher 4 and just my thoughts on the game. So, let's dive into it. Before we start talking, just a quick warning. While I'm talking, I might be showing some Witcher gameplay in the background. And as you probably know, the Witcher games can have a few more graphic scenes. Nothing too crazy for this video, but just a heads up in case you're watching with someone or you're sensitive to that stuff. Alright, with that said, let's get into it. So first off, I just want to say it straight up, I am extremely excited for The Witcher 4. We've known for a while that CD Projekt Red planned to continue the Witcher universe, but actually hearing them confirm that a brand new saga is coming, that's huge. The Witcher 3 is considered one of the best RPGs ever made, and the idea that we're finally moving forward with a new game just feels incredible. Honestly, I think The Witcher 4 might end up being one of the biggest releases of the generation when it finally comes out. Something I would like to mention is that I've decided somewhere in the next 12 months, I would like to play The Witcher 3. It's a game I've always known was amazing, and a lot of people consider it a masterpiece, but I never fully jumped into it. Now, the fact that The Witcher 4 is on the way, even if it's still a few years out, makes the timing perfect for me. It feels really cool to be getting into The Witcher 3, knowing that the sequel is coming. It's like jumping onto a long-running show, right as the next season is beginning made. So the announcement honestly gave me even more motivation to finally sit down and play it. Now let's talk about what we actually know about The Witcher 4 so far. CD Projekt Red hasn't revealed much, but there are a few major confirmed things. 1. It's start a new saga. That means this isn't Witcher 3.5 or an expansion type story. It's a fresh beginning, new themes, new characters, and probably a main new protagonist. They showed us a teaser image of a Linex skull medallion. This is a big hint that the new Witcher we might play as or follow could be from the Skull of Linex. That's interesting because the Linex Skull wasn't a big part of the old Witcher lore, so CD Projekt Red has room to build something brand new. The game is using Unreal Engine 5. This is huge. It means The Witcher 4 will probably be a massive visual jump forward. Better lighting, bigger words, more detail, and hopefully smoother performance than The Witcher 3 had at launch. Story-wise, I think CD Projekt Red is going to focus heavily on choices and consequences again. Witcher 3 already did this really well, but with Unreal Engine 5, I think they'll take it even farther. More complex branching storylines, more long-term consequences, maybe even fraction paths. Combat-wise, I'm expecting something more fluid and modern. Witcher 3's combat was good, but it wasn't the game's strongest point. With a new engine, they have the chance to really upgrade it. More ambitions, more weight, better monster fights. The world design will probably be bigger and more open, but also more dynamic. I think the world might change depending on your decisions. Maybe towns rebuild, forests burn, down contracts get solved in multiple ways, that sort of thing. I also think we'll see a focus on monster hunting again. Witcher 3 did that well, but it was more of a side activity. In Witcher 4, I think being a Witcher might feel more like a job. Tracking monsters, negotiating contracts, preparing points, more depth to the Witcher's lifestyle. This is the thing I keep seeing people debate, and honestly, here's what I think. Yes, I do believe The Witcher 4 will run on the Xbox Series S. CD Projekt Red usually aims to release on as many platforms as possible. Cyberpunk 2077 was on Xbox One, so I would be really surprised if they skipped an entire console generation. Now, will it run at the same quality as Series X or higher-end PCs? Probably not. We'll likely see lower resolution, lower draw distance, lower texture quality, maybe fewer NPCs, but I still fully expect to be playable on the Series X. Another big question is, when is the game coming out? And honestly, it's going to be a while. CD Projekt Red said that they'll still in early development. They're not rushing it, which I actually think is a great thing. After what happened with Cyberpunk at launch, we've learned to slow down. My predictions, we won't see Witcher 4 until maybe 2027 or 2028. And honestly, I'd rather take their time. A polished Witcher game is worth waiting for. One thing I love is how CD Projekt Red seems committed to the Witcher universe long-term. They already confirmed multiple Witcher projects are happening in the future, not just one game. It feels like the beginning of a new era for the Witcher franchise. Witcher 4 might be the foundation for several games over the next decade. I think we might see spin-off games, maybe a game about Curry, more Witcher schools, expanded monster lore, new regions we've never seen before. This world is massive, and they've barely scratched the surface. One of the reasons I'm so hyped for The Witcher 4 is because I keep hearing from fans that Witcher 3 is one of those rare games that gets better the more you get into it. Everyone talks about the characters, the choices, the emotional moments, and knowing all of that is waiting for me makes starting it even more exciting. But the cool part about The Witcher 4 gives me something to look forward to after Witcher 3. Like, I don't feel like I'm playing an old game that's over. I feel like I'm starting a journey that is still continuing today. It's actually kind of perfect time to get into the franchise. One thing I'm hoping Witcher 4 really expands on is the monster hunting system. Witcher 3 was great, but the monster hunts sometimes felt a little short or simple. The Witcher 4, I'd love to see a system where you track monsters for a long time. Each monster has different weaknesses, weather and time of the day affect hunts. Villagers react differently based on how you handle the contract. Maybe you can negotiate prices more deeply. You choose which monsters could affect whole regions. That kind of depth would make you actually feel like a Witcher, not just a monster exterminator. One thing CD Projekt Red hasn't talked about yet is the world map. The continent is enormous, and Witcher 4 could explore places we've never seen before. Some regions fans talk about a lot are Xerneas, a desert region with dragons, giant insects, and ancient magic; Cleavor, a wealthy northern kingdom full of politicians and corruption; Nygard proper, seeing the empire from the inside could be crazy; the far north, snowy mountains, barbarian tribes, and giants. If Witcher 4 goes to any of these places, the game could really feel different from The Witcher 3. I also want to talk more about the idea of a new Witcher taking the lead. Geralt is amazing, he's iconic, he's the face of the franchise, and fans love him, but Geralt's story is basically complete, and forcing him into another main character role would feel forced. A new Witcher gives developers creative freedom to build a new personality, give us new motivations, tell us an original story, show the world from a fresh angle. Because Witcher 4 is being built on Unreal Engine 5, the technology possibilities are honestly huge. UE5 brings us like Neonite, which makes super detailed environments, Lumen, which creates dynamic lighting, much larger open worlds, better physics, cloth and hair simulation that isn't janky, more NPCs with smarter AI. Imagine walking into a busy city where every NPC has a job or a personality, or exploring dark forests with dynamic shadows and fog, moving realistically. All of the possibilities with Unreal Engine 5. Witcher games already look incredible, but Witcher 4 could take things to a whole new level. Now here's something interesting. I think that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to impact Witcher 4 a lot. Cyberpunk has had a very rough launch, but over time CD Projekt Red fixed it and turned it into one of the best modern RPGs. The lessons they learned from that game will almost definitely shape Witcher 4. Things like better world AI, more stable launches, smarter quest design, clearer UI, more character customization, more choices in dialogue, and smoother combat system. All that can be carried over and improved for The Witcher 4. I'm also hoping Witcher 4 keeps that open world structure that The Witcher 3 had. Loved 4. Side quests in Witcher 3 were generally some of the best parts of the game. They weren't filled. They felt like full stories, so I hope Witcher 4 keeps that tradition. Side quests that are emotional, monster contracts that feel important, characters that come back later, towns that react to your decisions, multiple endings that matter. Witcher 3 raised the bar for RPG storytelling. Witcher 4 could raise it again. So before I wrap this video up, I want to bring all of my thoughts together. Everything I've talked about so far, plus everything I'm hoping for. everything I'm predicting, and honestly just everything that makes me excited for The Witcher 4. First off, I'm really glad this game was even announced. I'm getting ready to start playing The Witcher 3 soon, and knowing that the sequel is on the horizon just makes the whole experience feel more exciting. It feels like I'm jumping into this universe at the perfect time, right when a brand new saga is starting. I'm not playing The Witcher 3 years after the franchise is over. I'm playing it right before the next era begins. That alone gets me hyped. But on top of that, Witcher 4 has so much potential. The idea that we're moving away from Geralt and into a brand new protagonist, maybe someone from the School of the Lynx, opens the door for completely fresh storytelling. Geralt's arc is complete, and as much as I love him, I think this new saga needs a new voice, new choices, and new emotions behind them. And I think CD Projekt Red knows that too. What makes it even more exciting is that ambition this game clearly has. With Witcher 4 being built on Unreal Engine 5, there's a real chance that this world is going to be more alive, more reactive, and more immersive than anything the series has done before. Dynamic lighting, detailed fortresses, smarter monsters, better animations, all of that could make The Witcher 4 feel like a massive leap forward. And speaking of monsters, that's another area where I hope the game grows. Witcher 3's monster hunts were great, don't get me wrong, but I'd love to see that system expand even more. Longer interventions, different monster behaviors depending on weather or time of day, contracts that affect entire towns. That kind of stuff could make being a Witcher feel like a real job again. It could make every hunt feel like its own mini story instead of a just quick side quest. Then you add the fact that this new saga could explore brand new regions of the continent, places like Zernia, Cleavor, or Nilfgaard's Heartlands. And suddenly Witcher 4 doesn't just feel like a sequel, it feels like an opportunity to see parts of this world we've never seen before. And honestly, with how big this new era is supposed to be, I wouldn't be surprised at all if characters like Ciri showed up at some point, maybe not as the main character, but as a mentor or a reuniting companion, or even someone who pushes the story forward in key moments with her abilities to travel between worlds and her connection to the Witcher legacy. It just makes too much sense for her to appear in some way. On top of all that, I really think Cyberpunk 2077 is going to shape this game in a positive way. CD Projekt Red leaned a lot both from what went wrong and from how they eventually fixed it. That growth is going to carry over into The Witcher 4. Better launch stability, smarter NPCs, cleaner open world design, more polished combat, all of that can help make The Witcher 4 feel strong from day one. So even everything I've talked about, the new protagonist, the new engine, the new possibilities of the new regions, the expansion, monster hunting, the lessons learned from Cyberpunk, the excitement of starting Witcher 3, and the fact that this is the beginning of a whole new saga, it all adds up to one thing for me. This game has the potential to be something truly special. Yes, it's early. Yes, we're probably years away. But honestly, I don't mind if taking their time means Witcher 4 becomes the next big RPG masterpiece. Then I'll happily to wait. And that's really where my final thoughts land. The Witcher 4 isn't just another sequel, it's the start of something new and possibly something amazing. Alright everyone, those are my thoughts for The Witcher 4. And if you love the video, consider hitting the subscribe button and the like button, helps out. And let me know down in the comments what your predictions are for the game. So, peace out everyone.